in the heart of the Hibernian metropolis. Before Nelson's pillar tram slowed, shunted, changed trolleys started for Blackrock, Kingstown and Dalkey, Clonskee, Rathgar and Terenure, Palmerston Park and Upper Rathmines, Sandymount Green, Rathmines, Rings End and Sandymount Tower, Harold's Cross. The Horse Dublin United Tramway Company's timekeeper bawled them off. Rathgar and Terenure! Come on, Sandymount Green! Right and left, parallel, clanging, ringing, a double-decker and a single deck moved from their railheads, swerved to the down line, glided parallel. Start! Palmerston Park! The wearer of the crown. Under the porch of the General Post Office, shoeblacks called and polished. Parked in North Princes Street, His Majesty's vermilion mail cars, bearing on their sides the royal initials E.R. Received loudly flung sacks of letters, postcards, letter cards, parcels, insured and paid for local, provincial, British and overseas delivery. Gentlemen of the press. Gross-booted draymen rolled barrels dull-thudding out of Prince's stores and bumped them up on the brewery float. On the brewery float bumped dull-thudding barrels rolled by gross-booted draymen out of Prince's stores. There it is, Red Murray said. Alexander Keys. Just cut it out, will you, Mr. Bloom said, and I'll take it round to the telegraph office. The door of Rutledge's office creaked again. Davy Stevens, minute in a large cape coat, a small felt hat crowning his ringlets, passed out with a roll of papers under his cape, a King's Courier. Red Murray's long shears sliced out the advertisement from the newspaper in 4 clean strokes, scissors and paste. I'll go through the printing works, Mr. Bloom said, taking the cut square. Of course, if he wants a par, Red Murray said earnestly, a pen behind his ear, we can do him one. Right, Mr. Bloom said with a nod. I'll rub that in. We. William Braden, Esquire, of Oaklands, Sandymount. Red Murray touched Mr. Bloom's arms with the shears and whispered, Braden. Mr. Bloom turned and saw the liveried porter raise his lettered cap as a stately figure entered between the newsboards of the Weekly Freeman and National Press and the Freeman's Journal and National Press. Dull-thudding Guinness's barrels. It passed stately up the staircase, steered by an umbrella, a solemn beard-framed face. The broad-cloth back ascended each step. Back. All his brains are in the nape of his neck, Simon Dedalus says. Welts of flesh behind on him. Fat folds of neck. Fat. Neck. Fat. Neck. Don't you think his face is like our Saviour? Red Murray whispered. The door of Rutledge's office whispered, Ee, Cree. They always build one door opposite another for the wind to, way in, way out. Our Saviour, beard-framed oval face, talking in the dusk, Mary, Martha. Steered by an umbrella soared to the footlights, Mario the tenor. Or like Mario, Mr. Bloom said. Yes, Red Murray agreed, but Mario was said to be the picture of our Saviour. Jesus Mario with rougy cheeks, doublet and spindle legs, hand on his heart, in Martha. Come thou lost one, come thou dear one. The crozier and the pen. His Grace phoned down twice this morning, Red Murray said gravely. They watched the knees, legs, boots vanish, neck. A telegram boy stepped in nimbly, threw an envelope on the counter and stepped off post-haste with a word. Freeman, Mr. Bloom said slowly. Well, he is one of our saviours also. A meek smile accompanied him as he lifted the counter flap. As he passed in through the side door and along the warm, dark stairs and passage, along the now reverberating boards. But will he save the circulation? Thumping, thumping. He pushed in the glass swing door and entered, stepping over strewn packing paper. Through a lane of clanking drums he made his way towards Nanetti's reading closet. With unfeigned regret it is we announce the dissolution of a most respected Dublin burgess. Hines here too, Account of the funeral, probably. Thumping, thump. This morning the remains of the late Mr. Patrick Dignam. Machines. Smash a man to atoms if they got him caught. Rule the world today. His machineries are pegging away too. Like these. Got out of hand. Fermenting. Working away. Tearing away. And that old grey rat tearing to get in.